EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the Mercedes-Benz Superdome in downtown New Orleans. The setting in this dome just serves to amplify the excitement of the folks in New Orleans as their Saints burst from the tunnel a moment ago. They're set, and we're set as well as the Saints get ready to do battle with Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys. Marr now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
It's now 2nd and 6. Alpha.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Breeze. And this is a catch by Ted Ginn. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. But just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. Breeze now. Open man is Michael Thomas. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. Breeze on the hook up to Thomas for the New Orleans first.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Watch the run. It's soft, baby. That's baby soft.
Breeze now to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
And he better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off.
Ready?
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Over. He's not going to get me.
Breeze leaves this one with Kamara. A very good move, but for a short gain out near the 32. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
So a 3rd and 9 and 6 defensive backs out there in the dime.
Patrolling the passing lanes.
Hey, Delta. Mike, 55.
Working from the gun, it's Breeze. And Cook has it, left side. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup, 1st down, New Orleans.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a 1st down.
Throwing now is Breeze. Caught on the left side by Ginn. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on 1st quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
From midfield, here's Breeze. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Breeze to throw again. Looking left side and completing it to Thomas. Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. Anthony Brown there on the tackle.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
From the 22, Breeze. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off down at the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the 1st quarter.
Too many ones in this play. 1st quarter, 1st drive, 1st interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 11. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. Ezekiel Elliott going to take it the distance. He's at the 40, 20, 10. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott, 89 yards. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive.
Well, that's how you take advantage of an early turnover. A sudden change situation, meaning ball's turned over. How's both sides going to handle it? One side handled it way better. They went right out on the field and put the ball in the end zone.
One play, that just added insult to injury.
Yeah, that just tells you on the defensive side, they didn't come out ready to go, still reeling from the fact that the ball got turned over.
That's fielded in the end zone. And And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
He's going to wind up and air it out. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about it.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara, 58 yards, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he will be taken down here as the first quarter of play will come to an end. These two teams all tied after 1. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in, because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. Now on 2nd and 13, Prescott. On the crossing route, he hits his man, Amari Cooper. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards. A first down carry by Elliott. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
On 2nd down, it's Elliott. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Demario Davis there on the stop.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Sheldon Rankins abruptly ends that play with a sack.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack, and that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. At their own 14-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
On second down, Kamara. DeMarcus Lawrence in on the tackle.
That's it. Big hit. A gain of 2 on the play. Brings up 3rd and 4.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
47-yard line.
Tighten up.
On first down, it's Elliott. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
2nd and 5 now. Prescott. Throwing the out route and complete. That's Elliott. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys on plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. It's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3. This is where the ball goes anymore.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Sheldon Rankins picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Now Prescott. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 2. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
They begin on the ground with Kamara. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. On 2nd and 9, Breeze out of the backfield. That's complete to Kamara. And he'll go out of bounds after getting this across the 15. A gain of 13. It's a first down. On first down, Breeze. He'll air it out deep for 10. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Xavier Woods with a pick. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. Following the interception, here's Prescott. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. So a touchdown apiece. That's what we have to show at halftime as they head to the locker room. 7-7 our score. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, this is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They keep on the ground with Elliott. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down. Couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 first downs. And how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy if they continue to rip off yardage like this.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. Amari Cooper, the intended target. And now it's 2nd down. Throwing, Prescott. Trying for Cooper again. This time he finds him. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 40. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 right at the 40. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Oh, Prescott stripped. And this is picked up by the Saints. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, these are going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
A good starting spot for the Saints as they come up 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Kamara. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. To throw, it's Breeze. On the check down, he finds Kamara. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30. Thomas, the intended target. Well, Charles, he's thrown 5 picks in a game before, and right now, after that one, he's standing on number 4.
And right now, your defensive coordinator is asking the offensive coordinator, can you do anything to slow this down? Because my guys have to keep running back out on the field. So play calling may come into it a little bit, maybe run the ball a little bit more. But a lot of it depends on the scoreboard. They may have to keep throwing it.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Amari Cooper, his intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd down. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Draw play, Elliott. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Now Prescott. Cooper's got it. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy first down. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. On second down, Elliott. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Not too many more ideal situations in 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
Looking to throw, Prescott. And he will bring this all the way back out to midfield. Intended that time for Cooper. I tell you what, credit is due there on them preventing the touchdown after that interception.
How about him chasing him down and not giving up the pick six? Because what happens a lot of the time is when you see the interception, you just kind of hang your head a little bit and you momentarily pause because you're frustrated. He shook that off and gave great chase and got it done.
Still a great return and very good field position.
I'd say it's pretty good strategy. If you throw interceptions on back-to-back drives, let's see if the running backs can handle the ball a little bit, get things going. And also, you motivate your offensive line. I think they're in the mood to fire out and hit someone.
I thought the defense, though, might be a little more prepared for that. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Taysom Hill, 43 yards. And the Saints have taken the lead. So a designed run all the way, and he took it the distance. I don't know that anybody saw that coming.
Well, on this play, how about the vision of him, being able to see the open field, make his move, and get there. Oftentimes, defenses have a spy for the quarterback position to try and take care of it. On that play, if they did, it certainly didn't work. Yeah, there's no doubt.
Come on, man. Let's go.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Out of the gun, here's Prescott, escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. Incomplete, he had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9.
Here we go, 47. 43 to Mike. Here we go, here we go.
The Cowboys will go. Prescott, complete to Jason Witten. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A big pickup of 12 yards on 4th down to keep this drive from stalling. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. 10th carry now for Elliott. Continuing to fight for more. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Prescott. Oh, Prescott stripped, but I believe a Cowboy was there to get it. He was, and Dallas will maintain possession. I'll call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you retain possession.
That's caught inside the 20. A big play here for Dallas. 51 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. They'll pitch it out to Elliott. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon, as they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
That's good for 21 yards and a first down. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score. They go play action here on first down. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Michael Thomas. 58 yards as his guys have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. They get one more as the extra point's up and good, and the lead is now 21-14. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. That had disaster written all over. You've got a right-handed quarterback rolling left and throwing it pretty far downfield.
It's really difficult to do, to try and get your body twisted around into the proper position and get anything on the ball as you heave it downfield. And that's what it actually turns into, a heave. And that's not really a good throw, is it?
Not good, and we saw the result. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
Dancing to his left. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. So now it's 4th down and short, and whatever they do, run or pass it, they've got to pick up the first here.
Yeah, and you mentioned running it. That is still an option, but as you also said, they've got to do it quickly and get back to the line of scrimmage.
4th down, Prescott. And this is caught. Amari Cooper. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Amari Cooper in the final minute as they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. A very important extra point there, up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. In a tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? but the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Throwing again on second down. Breeze. He's got his man on the crossing route. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Hey, easy. Silver. Easy.
Now Breeze. And a sideline pass. That's caught by Thomas. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's second down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Back to throw Breeze. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. He was trying to get it that time to Ted Ginn. And it's 3rd down.
And 6 yards to go.
And the question now, can they get closer on 3rd down? A field goal from here, you're looking at right about a 52-yarder. He may try and run for this. And he's going to be brought down short of the 1st at about the 31-yard line. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. So it all rests now on the right leg of Will Lutz. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. So it all rests now on the right leg of Will Lutz. With 3 seconds to go, this for the win. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And Bourbon Street, it'll be alive tonight. The Saints have won it. So this one, a victory here for New Orleans. And it's going to be their defense that gets the ink in the headlines tomorrow. And for good reason. They forced 5 turnovers in this game.
And while we were watching this game unfold, I kept thinking about when we did our training camp tour. And something that you noticed along the way. Just about every camp we visited, when the defense got together, everyone was doing ball drills. Defensive linemen, linebackers, secondary, because they understood how vital it was to take the football away. And they wanted every opportunity. When the ball was knocked free, they want all those guys to be familiar with touching the ball so they could pick up the fumble or get the interception. And we saw it pay off in this one here.
Yeah, 5 times. They'll remember this one.